Hello, friends. It is so great to see you today. I was sitting on my lanai and I was thinking, wow, the sky is getting heavy with clouds. The wind is picking up, and I was sitting out there and it was getting a little cool because I kept getting little drops of tiny mist of water on me. And I thought, oh no, I better move under cover because I might get wet. And that was when I remembered I have a story, a great story that I could share with you. And it's called Franklin and the Thunderstorm. It's by Paulette Bourgeois and Brenda Clark. And here's my friend. His name is Franklin. I love the series of books with this character. I've always read his stories. Today he is wearing his rain boots. He has on his rainbow umbrella, and he has on his special rain hat. You can see in the story on the front cover, there are droplets of rain falling, and there is also some big flashes of light in the sky. I wonder what that all means. How about if we read the story and find out? Franklin could count by twos and tie his shoes. He could name the months of the year and all the seasons. He could read the thermometer, and he checked the barometer every day. Franklin worried about the weather because he was afraid of storms. I wonder if there's going to be a storm today. It is getting darker. One day, Franklin was supposed to play at Fox's house, but the sky was getting dark and the clouds were thick. Maybe I shouldn't go, Franklin said to his mother. She looked out the window. It probably won't rain until later, she said. You have time to get to Fox's. Franklin put on his boots and took his umbrella. As Franklin hurried to Fox's house, he kept looking up at the sky. The clouds moved quickly and the wind swirled dirt in the air. Franklin felt a little jumpy inside. You know how sometimes when you get that nervous feeling and your tummy gets a little jumpy? I know that's happened to me before, when I get a little bit anxious. Maybe our friend Franklin is anxious about this storm that's coming. Fox was playing outside when Franklin arrived. Franklin pointed nervously to the sky. I think we should go inside, don't you? He asked. Oh, not yet, Fox grinned. I love watching the clouds move and feeling the wind blow. It's exciting. I think it's scary, said Franklin. Fox loves the storm coming. He thinks it's exciting. And Franklin, he thinks it's a little bit scary. It's okay to have different feelings. Friends can have different feelings. Beaver, Snail, and Hawk came over to play too. My fur feels funny when it's about to storm, said Fox. My feathers get all ruffled, said Hawk. And Beaver sniffed. I can smell the storm coming. You know, I was thinking just that before I started reading the story. It's one of the reasons why I moved undercover, is because I was sitting out there and I could smell the rain coming. I could smell the storm. The wind became stronger and Hawk flew. Loop the loop, whee, he cried. Franklin held on to his hat and shivered. It was almost as dark as night when big, fat raindrops began to fall. We should go in, shouted Franklin. No, said Fox. Follow me. I wonder where Fox is going to take them. They raced to the treehouse where it was dry. Fox, called his mother. "Time for everyone to come in." "Oh, it's all right," Fox shouted back. "We're in the tree." Fox's mother was there in a second. "It's dangerous to be near a tree during a storm," she said. "The lightning strikes tall things first, and you might get hurt." His mama was there to keep them all safe. Franklin had nothing to worry about. Franklin held on to Fox's mother all the way from the tree to the house. They were barely in the door when there was a flash of zigzag light. Do you remember? We saw a picture of the zigzag light on the front cover. "Lightning!" shrieked Franklin, and he trembled. "Kaboom! Thunder!" he screamed. Oh, do you notice our friend Franklin? He has his hands over his ears. Sometimes it's very helpful if you are afraid of loud noises to put your hands up over your ears. It sometimes helps to muffle the sound so you're not as anxious and worried. So maybe that is one way that Franklin is trying to help himself calm. Sometimes that is helpful. "It's okay, Franklin," his friend said. "We're safe here." Remember, we talked about being safe. But Franklin had crawled deep inside his shell. Fox's mother brought treats. Still, Franklin wouldn't come out. Franklin's friends begged him to play, but Franklin stayed put. Then, with a flash and a crash, the lights went out. "Don't worry," said Fox's mother. She lit the candles and turned on a flashlight. "Won't you come out now?" she asked Franklin. "No, thank you," he mumbled. "Don't be afraid," said Hawk. "All the noise is just cloud giants playing drums in the sky." Oh my, can you imagine that? Franklin peeked out. "Really?" he asked. "No, it's not," giggled Snail. "That noise is made when giants go bowling." Can you imagine giants playing the drums in the clouds or giants bowling in the clouds? Why don't we take a minute, just close our eyes for a minute and imagine what you think is making those loud, thundering noises during a storm. I don't know if it is giants bowling, but it could be something else. I'll think about that. You think about that too. Franklin came out of the shell. "But what about the lightning?" "Oh, that's easy," said Hawk. "The cloud giants are turning their lights on and off." And Fox smiled. "I think it's the giants swinging from chandeliers." Oh, Franklin laughed at that. And don't you agree? Isn't that a silly picture with all those cloud giants? Why don't you close your eyes and think about what is making the lightning in the clouds? Just close your eyes and picture what you think is happening up in those clouds. I was just thinking maybe the cloud giants are playing light tag with flashlights. Do you think that's it? All right, let's see what it is. Let's read the rest of the story. "Giants? That's ridiculous," said Beaver. "Mr. Owl says lightning is a big spark of electricity that travels from the sky to the ground. The spark is so hot that it makes the air around it go pop. That's the sound of thunder." "Amazing," said Franklin. Franklin felt a little better, and he even played flashlight tag with his friends. Soon there was hardly any lightning and thunder, and there was just a low rumble from far, far away. The rain stopped, and the lights went on. "Storm's over," said Fox. "Let's go outside to play." "Look," said Franklin, "a rainbow." "I know why the storm's over," Franklin said. "Those giants heard there is a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow, and they've gone to find it." Even Beaver had to smile at that. Oh my gosh, this was such a great story. I think I would love it if it had a big storm today. Wouldn't that be something? Well, I would like you to think about all those things from the story today. And remember, we stopped to imagine what we thought was happening in the sky, in the clouds during this thunderstorm. Why don't you draw a picture of what you imagined? What were those cloud giants doing? What do you think? All right. Thank you for sharing the story with me today. I'll see you again on Mile and I one afternoon.